We are condemn it. Can I sing that song in a Jersey? So sing that song in Kokodo. Can I sing this song? High, high, high. One people them there. Can I see how we love it? You never go out of your man from your back. What do you do, man? The man never do right now. So, I come on the rehearsal, you know. No ask you no nail pan your gate. In a father got your poop your plate. You are try with me down, but that time you are waste. Me proud to be black, so me not bleach me face. There are some Christian that bleach and talk about them and phone down. Sorry. You proud to be black, so you not bleach your face. Got your love and a gun. Got your love and a basic. Got your love and a gun. I have been through tribulation. Yo, some people never know say you're going to prison tonight, you know. I have been through persecution. Put up on them sisters all still alive. Tell them, thank God I crossed more some people when most of them cross. Just stand up and say, oh me cross. Yo, let me tell you something. Jesus said when you send up the praises, the blessing of the pour down. Listen, when we leave our home, come here tonight to worship Jesus. So the man said they want to sweat up and wake up, just worship Jesus. Because some people never know you're wearing to see today. Some people never know say you would be here tonight. Tell them say you're not here by chance. You are a purpose. You have been through tribulation. Holy Ghost, I love the Jesus. You have been through persecution. I don't see a put up here and make them say, thank God I cross over. We are going to put a cross tonight. Oh, me cross over. Walk
night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Once again, it is time for Talking Points. My name is Sheldon Scott. I'll be here with you up until the 10 o'clock hour. It has been a beautiful Tuesday on the Isle of Spice. Saying a special good night to all of you joining us via Real FM 91.9, 91.5 FM. Wheat Noise Radio. Yeah, I hope that you're hearing me properly now, Kenny. Yeah, I hope you're hearing me properly now. Yeah, I'll push the volume up there. Yeah, I had it low. That was my end, yeah. You want volume because you want to raise the volume for the neighbors, you know. Marilyn, good night. We Noise family, all of you listening via We Noise Radio out there in Brooklyn, we say a special good night to each and every one of you. You know what? I think I'm going to switch the type of music for a little while, yeah. As we get ready to get into tonight's program, I think I'll go in and switch the music. Let me play something here. I wonder if I had that day here. Let me try something.
There we go. Oh, yo, yo.
Grenadians balling with them
transformation in we mass. Hey. Cause all talk is cheap, I still talking politics, politics. I would never take me death like a sheep. Was up in Grenada, Senator came right up to me ears like he afraid to talk. He said the little work that he get in cultural foundation, they take it back. And how we wish he could have take back he vote, cause that is one thing he regret. Because apart from all those gallant fete, yes, he they do nothing yet. Transformation in we mass. And the big renters don't care what it costs. Transformation in we mass. If you love this song, well, raise up your glass. Transformation in we mass. If you don't like this one, it's there you come last. Transformation in we mass.
Alright, so don't go and sing what the man ain't sing, alright? Alright, especially I couldn't talk during that one. I had to let that song play. I mean, the next one we go play that a little later on. But we can't talk in that. I had to let the song play. Alright, folks, and as usual, it is Talking Tuesdays tonight. We do not have a guest on with us tonight. I didn't think it necessary to go and interfere with our parliamentarians. As you know, they've got 2 days of parliamentary sittings for the lower house, the House of Representatives. That was taking place today. There were several discussions taking place today, especially in relation to the increase in the school age. Yeah? So from 16 going up to 17. At this stage, I think there's an intention actually to take it to 18, but at this stage to bring it up to 17, right? So there were several discussions in relation to that today. I know that I did hear the firearm bill mentioned. I didn't get to see much of it today myself. Yeah, I was kind of in and around and so on, so I didn't get to see much of it today myself. But I do know that the discussions took place in relation to that. That's why tomorrow night we are going to feature what took place in Parliament today and tomorrow, God's willing. And then on Thursday, we're also going to feature what's taking place in the Senate. On Wednesday, we're going to try to feature that on Thursday and some of what took place as well, right, at the House of Representatives. So tomorrow night's program is going to be mostly Parliament. I know some people saying, I didn't want to hear them talk. No, we're going to focus on what the members of the New National Party had to say. And so I know that there are some concerns by some members of the bar in relation to the amendments that are being made to the Firearm Act and the possibility that some people's constitutional rights could be breached according to how they are doing. Yes, you can increase the penalties, and so in some instances I think they have doubled the penalties and so on, but the same issue that was coming up before. So I'm very interested in hearing the full discussion. As I said, I didn't get to view the whole sitting today, so I'm unaware of if that particular bill came up today or if it was held back to tomorrow. So I'll give you all some updates on that one, let you all know what was being said in relation to that, especially by the legal experts within the Parliament chamber, to hear from them what is being said in relation to that. It's important that you know, because remember, these laws are being passed and these laws will directly affect you. Yeah? They will directly affect you. You never know. Yes, you may not have the intention. You may not decide that, hey, I want to walk with an illegal firearm or so. But suppose you traveling in a vehicle that illegal firearms are found in and you are charged as well. I mean, you have to go to court to try and defend yourself. But in case, you need to know what the law says in relation to these things. You may be old enough that you have children who you may know have illegal firearms and so. So you need to know what the law is saying now and what it will soon be saying so that you could speak to those children or your nephew or your niece, because I tend to think we always think it's boys. No, them girl and them involved in thing too, right? So you can speak to your nephew or your niece, your son or your daughter, your granddaughter or your grandson, or even your great-granddaughter or your great-grandson. You can speak to them. Yeah, your cousin, your neighbor child, you can speak to them and let them know, hey, if you're going down this direction, you are in trouble. Yeah, this is what is there, and this is the possibility of what can happen to you if you decide you're going down that direction. So it's important to do that. I know that there was a little exchange today in relation to the Parliament sitting, the questions that were posed at the Parliament sitting, and we're going to get deeper into that tomorrow night as well. We're not going to go into that tonight. We're going to play that for you tomorrow night and different things like that. All right? And, well, I did tell you all, expect some town hall meetings, so I'm seeing a schedule of town hall meetings next week, Monday. I ain't giving the place where they're having it. Yeah, let them advertise the thing for themselves. So, yeah, they're having town hall meeting next week, Monday, the Monday after that, and then the Wednesday, and then the Monday after that. So the next 3 Mondays, next 3, let me say it properly. Our teacher used to say, pronounce your THs, sir. Yes, the next 3 Mondays, there will be some government town hall meetings. So they're coming out to tell us, I wonder, they're coming and tell us about how the unemployment rate drop and all kind of thing, but they can't make up the mind if it's 11.9% or if it's 12%, that they can't even make up their mind on that. But they're coming to tell us about the unemployment rate gone down and how they create so much jobs and they've done such a wonderful job and that kind of that. Will come in and tell us. I personally not going any town hall that they have. Yeah? One, I am not a supporter of the National Democratic Congress. Let me make that clear. And these town hall meetings, and you can go back right now on YouTube, you can go back on Facebook, and you recognize and realize that these so-called town hall meetings are nothing more than mini NDC rallies. I don't have I have no right inside there to go in. Yeah? I'm not putting my foot in there. Who want to go? I'm not going. Yeah? So me advertising it for them. That's up to them to advertise the thing. But I told you all that was coming. Yeah? I told you all that's what they're going to do. They'll come at us at our town hall meetings and say we having town hall meetings. So for the next 3 Mondays, they have town hall meetings. And next week, Wednesday as well, they're going to be having town hall meetings as they move around the islands. Yeah? So I am looking forward to hearing what they have to say though. You know, they just generate content for the program. So go right ahead, man. Let's talk. Yeah, man. We food, papa soy de. Nice. We go fix that. Yes, and the folks, the phone lines are open, 440-7377, 347-329-3101. Yeah, they're talking about unemployment rate and unemployment rate gone down and all this kind of thing. I've been hearing them on that for a while now, because if you all remember, they've been saying this sort of thing since last year, you know, with the unemployment rate and thing. Yeah, remember, let me see if I could find it, man. It's one of all your favorite clip, and I have it here. I have it right here. I have it right here. Don't worry about it. I could give all you. I have it right here. Oh dear, I think I pulled the wrong one down. Let me make sure, man. Nah, man. You can't do me that. You have to give me the full thing. Hey, what do this computer? Yeah. You have to give me the full thing. Yeah? Because all I get is let me get.
What's here? Have it here, I can show you. What on that?
We have it right here. Yeah, we have it right here, man. Don't worry, man. I go play it for you in a little while, man. Yeah, they talk about unemployment rate. You have a situation where major projects that were left from the last administration are winding down. And on one of the major projects that remain, which is the Grenada National Stadium, you have a situation where, and you heard it on Simon Says, I was aware of the situation as well. You heard it on Simon Says, where the workers, the Grenadians who were working there, ended up having various problems. Yeah, and many of them, they left the job and so on. So you had these workers who were working there, they're gone. You had the different hotel projects and so that either finish or in the winding down stage, they're not hiring as much people. They don't have as much people working there and so. So I'm still wondering, where has all this employment, this wonderful employment been created? But again, they have referred to the figure of 23%. That's what they're saying. 23% during the period of 2021. Obviously, we know that during that period, yes, unemployment would definitely in 2021 be at a significant level, because 2021 you were in the midst of COVID-19. Yeah, in 2020 the cruise ships came back. All the people who was working on cruise ship, either in entertainment, who were working in the rooms, who were working in the casinos, who were working in the kitchens, who were working in the wherever they're working, they come. Disney Cruise Line come and they drop who they had to drop. Royal Cruise Line come. All of them come and they bring back all the people. What were they at that point in time? Unemployed. Yeah? All the hotels, everyone, Tooth Moon Bagay, all them hotel and them had to close down. So no hotel was open. So what ended up happening? What were those people at that point in time? Unemployed. Yeah? The taxi drivers who usually would work at the airport, bringing people, picking up people, dropping them off, different things like that. They could not work during the height of the COVID here in Grenada. So what were they? Unemployed. Buses were running at a significantly reduced capacity. They were not unemployed, but they were not able to make money running the way that they had to run, due to the restrictions that were in place at that point in time. So many of them decided, well, it didn't make sense to run. Let me wait it out and see what's happening. So what were they? They were unemployed. And that had nothing to do with the Grenadian economy and mismanagement or anything like that. It had nothing to do with the administration at that point in time. It had to do with the fact that you had that virus that was running wild. The entire world, not just Grenada, the entire world was afraid. They were trying to feel out exactly how you address this, how you deal with it, and so on. And as such, restrictions were put in place to protect you and to protect me. Yeah? So, they had the hotel industry wasn't in existence. It's only later in 2021 when you started to open up a bit and so on, and then in 2022. So, definitely you would see high unemployment figures for the year 2020, 2021, then 2022 as you start to open back and people start to go back out to their jobs. And the hotel industry, the hotels, people start to go back to work and so. You would see significant increases at that point in time because the restaurants were able to open. So the people who work in the restaurants got their jobs back. Right? So that had nothing to do with the fact that government changed. It had to do with the fact that the COVID, you're coming out of COVID, so that businesses that were not operating before, they started to operate again. Also, there were some businesses, sadly so, that never reopened again. They failed. Other people take it over. They started opening and so they hired people. So you're going to see increased numbers of people going out there and working. That have anything to do with the government? No. That is that you come from zero and you started to increase. So when I see them patting themselves, because that's what they're coming in them tongue hall to tell all you, know. They're coming in them tongue hall. Pastor, good night. They're coming in them tongue hall to come and tell all you about, oh, they reduce the unemployment rate in Grenada and so on. Tell me how the unemployment rate in Grenada reduced through any of their doing. In fact, they have contributed to it remaining at the figure that it is right now, not in a positive way. They have done so, yeah, by all the young people that came out from school in 2022 all the young people that came out in 2023 and who in just 2 to 3 weeks' time will be coming out from the secondary school system here in Grenada. And now they increase the age. So understand something here now. Part of what they're doing, by increasing the age that you have to stay in school, they can't count you among the unemployed. So you understand what's taking place there? So all the people who left secondary school and so before, and you would have said, well, this person leaves secondary school with X amount of subjects and they're unemployed. They are saying, now when you leave secondary school, you go to some vocational training or you have a Form 6 in the secondary schools, which is going to take something. You can't just say you're going to have a Form 6 in a secondary school, because remember, you have to have a certain amount of students moving out for other students to move in. So if you're going to have the Form 6 at the secondary schools, as was mentioned today, it means that there is some expansion that has to take place at the secondary schools. You can't leave that to natural attrition and say, well, X amount of students on a yearly basis or every term leaves, every school year leaves the school system or leaves a particular school who travel. Unfortunately, 1 or 2 will pass away. That does happen. So you can't leave that and say, well, okay, we're going to have a Form 6 because you're talking of all the Form 5s remaining and going to Form 6 now. And then after that, going to TAMCC and trying to get into university and things like that. So what they're doing there now, when they increase the school age, yeah, you cannot count these young people now as unemployed. They're of school age. They're supposed to be in school. You could say they're not schooling, but you can't count them in your figures for the unemployed, which is what you might be able to do now. Right? So understand all the technical things they're doing and why they're doing certain things. It's not altruism. It's not because they like people. They're doing things not because they like people, but they want people to give them likes. Let me say it again. They're not doing things because they like people. They're doing things because they want people to give them likes. So it's all about the glamour and the glitter. It's not about actually doing things in a way that is going to benefit the average Grenadian. So when you hear them speaking about the unemployment, yeah, the unemployment figures, and we're getting down the unemployment figures and they're beating the chest, yeah, we want some clap for that and all kind of thing. Where, in which country? What about the young people that leave the secondary school and even the tertiary school system for the last 2 years, well, 2022, 2023, and now in 2024, who are leaving those institutions? And there's no training program where you had Imani, and they could hate Imani as much as they want. It was the best youth program that ever passed in the history of Grenada. As anything else, it had it good and it had it negative. And the revolution had it good and he had the negative. The Sir Eric Matthew Gary government had the good and he had the negative. Everything. Human beings, organizations, programs have the good and they have the bad. Yeah? And the good with the Imani program far outweighed any of the negatives. Because the people who for the last 2 years have been in charge of this country and have been talking down about the Imani and using it as a derogatory word, as of today, still cannot put something better in place. Where is their youth program? Since they're so expert on this and they're the best. Yeah? Since they're so expert, they know everything about youth work and everything about youth development and so. Where's their youth program? Where's their program that's geared towards getting young people into that entrepreneurial spirit so that they can go to the GDB and get something? And let me tell you, over the past few days, more people have been coming to me with sad stories about they go to the GDB just to get, somebody tell me they went to get a $5,000, they couldn't get it. A $5,000 they applied to the GDB for, and they couldn't get it. You have individuals who are applying there who have been doing business with the GDB over the years, found themselves in a little tiff. All businesses find themselves in that position from time to time. And you check the GDB and the GDB turning you down. And in my belief, it had to be political because if you know who the person is, it had to be political. People approaching and they're not getting through. Yet still government ministers could walk out with 1.7 million and 2 point something million. And who walking out with 100,000. And it is against the law. Yet still they're doing it. But people who go there for $5,000 and they could take that $5,000 and build a significant business out of that. But no, them ain't getting the funding. 1.7 million for a minister for property and who could get 2 point something million for business that right now I don't even know if the business exists. They can go and do that. But poor people, children in this country who want to go and further their studies and they're not getting a scholarship and so, but they want to go and further their studies and so, they're not getting the money. People who want to start a small business, they're not getting the money. So you are not putting money into a place that's going to create more employment. That even if it's a man with a fishing boat, and the boat costs 50,000 and the engine costs 30,000. When you decide that you're going to spite him, so you say, hey, we're going to meet you on the half, we give 45. He can't do anything with that because he can't buy the boat. And what you going to do? Buy an engine and just take the engine and go out in the water? What are you going to do with it? Because if he was going out, he might have taken 2 guys with him and go out. So he created employment where those 2 guys would just be there doing nothing. He creates employment. You're all talking about you are not responsible for it. We have to call them out on these things. These people keep giving the impressions that they are responsible for, and I keep telling you all, things in this country are happening because, not because of, but in spite of these individuals. It is not happening because of them. It is happening in spite of them. So they come, oh, we pay pension, they beat in the chest, we pay pension. You had to pay pension. There was a court order. You didn't have a choice. The New National Party didn't have a choice. Any other political party or organization that had formed the government did not have a choice. There's a court order that you had to pay. So that is not an achievement of you. There's an achievement of the NNP because you meet the money there, you didn't have to go and take a loan to pay. So that's an achievement of, if it's anybody, of the New National Party, not achievement of you. You went on the campaign trail, we go pay the pension, It's not like you had a choice. Once you win, you had to pay the pension. Oh, we promise we pay the pension. No, you all need to call them out on those things. Because that is where they're going in the town hall and boast about. The first thing coming out of all of them mouth is we pay the pension. Keep. We pay the pension. We restored pension. You all ain't restore no pension. Stop that stupidness. The NDC government did not restore any pension. The process of restoring pension started with the New National Party. There was a court order. They had to follow the court order. They didn't restore any pension. But they were coming, yeah, we restore pension. And everybody, some of them sit down there and they're clapping hard. They didn't even hear, all they hear is pension. They didn't even hear what the people say and they're clapping hard. I see one of them start to say, oh, we refurbishing the National Stadium. Hello. I was on the board of directors of the Grenada National Stadium. I know for a fact that there were individuals from China who were on their way. By the point in time that you had the general election, some of them had arrived already. That is not an NDC project. The stadium was due for repairs. The Chinese came to do the repairs as per the agreement for when the stadium was being built. They assist. The tracks, there was a strategy and a plan for the tracks. And in fact, you know what? That tracks, the stadium tracks, there's a program on its own. Because it's a lot of things that happen there, you know. There's a wider discussion. We could have a whole program just on the stadium tracks alone. And what took place in relation to the tracks at the Grenada National Stadium. There's a program on its own. I could take 2 hours and speak about that alone. But they're beating it up. Oh, we're refurbishing the National Stadium. The government of Grenada is refurbishing the National Stadium. The NDC happens to be the ruling party at this point in time. But it is not an achievement of the NDC. Stop allowing them to beat the chest out there like them that do this and them that do that. Don't let them beat their chest out there. Tell them as it is. Yeah? 4407377 347-329-3101. Let me just pull up the WhatsApp. All right, yeah, it's a good thing I pull up the WhatsApp. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Good night, Sheldon.
Hey, good night, brother.
Sheldon.
Yes, sir.
Didn't some people already get paid when they give them double money for the pension?
Yes, that situation did occur.
Yeah, that happened. So how could they going out there and telling people that them start to pay the pension? And another thing about the 17 years. Now there are some children that cannot go to secondary school. The time for secondary school pass. And the parents is there waiting for the turn 16 to leave school. Now they might go out there and get a little job for them, carpenter, mason, improve themselves, improve their skills, make them get something to do when they grow up. And now you have to tell the parents they have to take care of the child for another year. That's craziness. These people always come in with all kind of stupidness. Good night, Sheldon.
All right, my brother. No, but understand the tactics. If the person has to be counted, let's say you have 2,000 young people. I'm just using a figure here. Let's say you have 2,000 young people who are leaving the school system this year. If they say now those young people have to stay in the school system, you can't count them in the unemployed. You can't count them in those figures. Yeah? We have a call online. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night.
Hi, good night, caller. Go right ahead. You're live. Yes, you're live, caller. You're live. Go right ahead. Caller, you're live. You're live. You can go ahead. Okay, yeah. Folks, remember when you call, pay attention to the phone line. It may be the first time that you're calling a program. Please pay attention to us on the phone line, because after we say hello about 3 times, we will have to terminate. Yes, so we want to hear your what it is that you have to say, whether you agree or disagree. We want to hear what it is that you have to say, and we want to give you that opportunity. So when you call, please pay attention to the phone line itself and speak to us on the phone line. Yes, so that we can have that conversation. Yeah, what are coming and boast about? Listen, common sense. All of one of my listeners always say it are no such thing as common sense. What is common sense? But common sense, we all know what we're referring to. Yeah? A sensible thinking. Sensible thinking will tell you that for the first quarter, in fact, nearly the first half of 2024, that agricultural production is down. You know why we'll know it's down? If you don't have water for farmers to use for their crops, how do you expect them to plant? Have we heard from the Ministry of Agriculture any strategic plan of how to address that problem? Now, you're going on 2 years where you're having heat waves in this country. 2 years. You had heat waves in 2023. Remember, all in the night you're sweating? And you end up in a situation like that again in 2024. Yes, it is not man-made. Well, some people might argue that it is man-made. You have that situation. How are you, as the Ministry of Agriculture, going to assist farmers when it comes to that? Have we heard them say that they are going to provide low-cost funding for irrigation through the GDB? Don't worry, they're coming to try and say that in the town hall too. You heard them say anything about that? They're not going to say that. They're not going to say that because it is not part of what they're thinking. Agricultural output for the year 2024 is going to be below par because you had no rainfall. What farmers go wet the crops with? Some farmers wouldn't have even bothered to put crops outside. Whereas during the dry season, you know, you could have still take a chance and plant something there because you'll get a little rain in and between and so. But the heat wave that passed in 2023, that damaged a lot of farmers. They were not able to put a lot of crops into the ground. 2024 is no different. And here's the other thing. There is no marketing and national importing board to absorb the crops from these farmers. So what are going and put it in the ground for? So that it has no place to sell it, that you're going and have to throw it back into the land as fertilizer. Farmers not going to put the volume of crops into the ground that they would have done before. They're not going to do it now because marketing board is not there to absorb. You're not going to plant the amount of pumpkin that you used to plant before and you know you could sell how much pungs to marketing and national importing board. You're not going to put the volume of watermelon and so there because you know you could have sell to marketing and national importing board. They're not going to do it. So outside of the drought conditions, you have the situation as obtains in relation to the marketing and national importing board. So that is, let me hear what, I hope they come in and tell us what is taking place with the marketing and national importing board. Neela, I know you're taking notes. So make sure you take the notes proper tonight. Because we want to know what is taking place with the marketing and national importing board. We heard deadlines and like the deadline dead. Because we ain't nothing about marketing and national importing board. It provided an avenue for farmers, especially medium-sized and large-scale farmers, outside of the small farmers, the medium-sized and the large-scale farmers, it provided an avenue that they could get some crops off their hands. That was taken away from them. So they're not going to produce the volume of crops that they used to produce before. That's just common sense, common intelligence, as one of the listeners said. Intelligence. But what they come in and talk about? They can't talk about agriculture because they failed it. You check what the budget figures that were delivered in December of 2022. Check the budget figures that were delivered there for the Ministry of Agriculture and see how much of that expenditure was used. There's a reason that they fire Persuade as the Minister of Agriculture because he failed. Miserably too. And they put him in the next place to fail before they run him. Because they go in and run a few of them, A few of them well getting run within the next 6 weeks. 6 months, sorry. Not 6 weeks, 6 months. A few of them will go in and get run. And a few of them who ran the last time will not run this time. Just note, that is a fact, telling you. So, what are they going to be telling the Grenadian people at this town hall? They're coming to tell us about CBI? When they're coming to tell us about CBI, make sure, Neela, take notes. Walk with this. We want to know, A, how much CBI applications under Mitchell and Partners have been processed between June 2022 and now. And we want to know, together with that, how much money did Mitchell and Partners make out of that? And the third part is, how many of those were from Russia? What percentage of the people that came through Mitchell and Partners were from Russia? We want to know the same thing. The same thing. For, is it corporate services? There's a name, I can't remember the name off the top. But the one that belongs to the Minister of Finance. We want the same information. How many people under CBI came through the Minister of Finance's company that he represents here in Grenada? We want to know how much money was made by that company between June of 2022 and now. So that's an easy thing. June to June, right? Nice. June of 2022 and now, we want to know how much money was made by that company. And we want to know how much, what percentage of the people, because you have to give us a number of the people. So you have to give us what percentage of those people were Russian. We want to know. Just interested in knowing. Yeah, and you could give the other nationalities too. I want to know the same thing for ASB. I want to know the same thing for BSB. Mr. Seeley Burke. Yeah, Mr. Burke. Mr. Victor Nazim Burke. His CBI company. We want to know that. I ain't really need to know for the rest. I want to know for those. Because those are the people who have direct influence and contact with the government of Grenada or are in the government of Grenada. So I want to know, so we could get an overall picture of out of the 1 billion, whether them earn a 500 million off of the 1 billion that was earned for Grenada, or whether each of them make a look of 50 million. Let us know. We're interested. Yeah? You all are the ones who said that you would change the law in relation to CBI. So come and boast about CBI make 1.3 billion or whatever. Come and boast about it. Go in the town hall and boast about CBI. Yeah? We want to know. Come and tell us. Go and boast about the CBI for us. Let us know. What else they will come and tell us about? Yeah? We heard that they reacquired the property where Flamboyant used to be, the Kimpton by Kawana project, and that they're passing that project on to somebody else. But there is the small question of 56 million US that has to be paid to 200 plus investors in that project. 56 million US that this government could have saved us had they gone to court. So I think it's what they paid them, 22 million. That's what they paid the developers. You have developers and you have investors. So you have the people who were doing the project, who conceptualized the project, who was doing the project, and then you have the people who were paying for the project to be done. So you have the developers and you had the investors, the people whose money was inside there, that the CBI unit told us that they're going to find these people and they're going to negotiate with them and they're going to pay them off for the money that they put inside there. The last figure I know for all 200 plus people who were involved in that is 56 million US. But they have gone silent on that. They ain't telling you not a word. Not a word in relation to that Kimpton Kawana project. And what is the status of the investors? Have they got the investors to flip? In other words, that, okay, we are not going to seek to get back our investment out of it. We're just going to work along with the new developers. Is that the situation? Well, tell us. Because right now we don't know if Grenada is going to have to pay 56 million because of this incompetent government not going forward with the court case. A court case that Grenada definitely would have won. Grenada would have won the case. No if, what, or but about it. But this government say, because the government of Grenada was forced into paying by Grenlec through that same court, that the same would have taken place with this organization. Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. That is saying like you're driving a Volkswagen, and because you drive a Volkswagen and you had a problem with that Volkswagen, that if you end up getting a BMW, you got the same problem. It's different vehicle. It's different issues. It's different maker. It's different. It's not the same thing. So because you had a problem with the Volkswagen, you go have a problem with the BMW? No. You go have a problem with the Volvo because both of them start with V? Come on, man. Absolute nonsense. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Shirley, good night, good night.
Good night, my brother.
I tired here stupidness about this government, man, because other things are happening. I prefer here the calypso play from the beginning.
Well, you could always dial back on the program and play it again to your heart's content, my brother.
Right.
Go ahead. Okay, go on. 4407377 Yeah. So what somebody. Anybody. You could message me, you could call me and tell me what are really going on, tell us in the town hall. Oh, maybe they're coming and they will tell us how much has been spent on international travel by this administration. Something that has been asked in the parliament of the country, but yet still no response has come. We have a caller online. Hello, good evening.
Something that has been asked in the parliament.
Sheldon.
Hi, evening caller. Go right ahead.
Sheldon.
Yes, we're hearing you. You go ahead.
Sheldon.
We're hearing you. Go ahead.
Sheldon. You remember Andy say? You remember Andy say?
Remember, I say, do we say them thing only so we go forget?
Yes, I do.
But you don't forget it because you have all them clip there. Just rock it in the tail, give them the pressure. And I like how you're getting on there tonight. Come out with it. Because they say it only so we go forget. Dirty old capo Andy and them.
Hey. Let's keep out from the name calling. Right. Let's leave off the name calling. All right, brother? Hello? Oh, you gone. Yeah, 440737. Yeah, let me avoid the name calling thing. Yeah, let me leave that for them for their program. We ain't bringing it here. Yeah, let me leave that to them. We have a call online. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Hi, you're a live caller. You go right ahead.
Hello, good night.
Hi, good night. You're live. Go right ahead. Yeah, listen, I know that you all are having difficulty hearing me, but you must be able to tell that the phone stopped ringing so that I've answered. It means that you could go ahead. Yeah? If you want to ask a question and then you want to put down and get the response, that's not a problem. But you must know that I've answered the phone, because the phone won't be ringing again. You won't be hearing the ringing tone. So it means that I've answered. All right? Folks, remember to like and share the program. Yeah? Like and share the program. So, folks, yeah, go ahead. You can call. You may not be hearing me clearly on this end. And I don't think it's even the board or anything here, because some people hear you, some people can't hear you. All right. We have a call on the line. Hello, good evening.
Okay, Senator Scott.
Hey, how
I
you
think
doing?
there's something wrong with the line, because some callers, you see, like I called you there now, and I could talk to you direct, everything is okay.
Yeah.
But some callers, I don't know if it's a local call, they cannot hear you.
No,
and so
I
you have to
recognize
look into that. And that's going on about 2 weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to look into that, because some callers direct.
It's
no
not,
problem. And some callers, they say hello, and they can't hear you.
Yeah, but let me say, it's not coming from the studio. I could guarantee you it's not coming from the studio.
Yeah, but still have to look into it, because you don't something good out in the out here.
Mm-hmm.
Because you fighting to say hello, you could go on, caller, go on. Because they don't hear you, they don't they're not going. And then some caller call, and right away they're hearing you.
Yeah.
So you have to look into that.
Okay.
Why it's happening? Because it needs to happen in the past. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, buddy.
All right. Thank you. And that's why I was saying a while ago, to avoid that happening, if you call and you recognize that I've answered, so you realize the phone is ringing again, I've answered, you can just proceed with your call. Yeah. Hello, good evening.
Hey, good night, Brother Sheldon.
Hey, go right ahead, bro.
Yeah, Brother Sheldon, I want to give us some information concerning a meeting. The Parliamentary, Dr. Kit Mitchell, will be having 7th of June at the Happy Secondary School. All the people of St. John Northwest are invited to attend that meeting. They will get information of what is going on in the country. And that meeting will be very interesting information that the people get. They could digest the information, and factual information, not information that we give out that is lie. Because when people go and they have town hall meeting, it's just a lie to deceive. Well, I'm asking people of St. John Northwest to come out and listen to what Dr. Mitchell. There will be other speakers at meeting where you get information. And Brother Sheldon, I want to say again to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Peter Marty, we have to get rid of this government. A government that came in to the winning election, but we asked ourselves several questions. Why are these men getting into politics? Is to help people or to help themselves? And it is clear to see that this group of politicians that became ministers, they came there to help themselves and not to help the people that really they should be helping. And when you have a government that should be inclusive and helping people to develop a life, the government is the one that brings the most pressure upon the poor people of the country. Yes, we call on you poor people, do what is right. There is some children in the home that are not registered. And to get rid of this NDC, we have to encourage all the children that reach the age of 18, encourage them to register, encourage them to register. So, Brother Sheldon, that's what I have to say tonight.
All right, thank you. And you're hearing me, aren't you?
Hello?
And you're hearing me, aren't you?
Yes, I hear you. I hear you. Go.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying the problem isn't inside here. It's coming otherwise. We go work it out. It's not coming from here. All right, thank you.
Okay,
Yeah, I've recognized that the problem isn't coming from inside here. Yeah, we've done everything. It's a brand new system that we're using here. And we've done everything that ought to be done. You see that caller was hearing me clearly? The problem is not originating here. We have a call online. Hello, good night. Hello? Yeah, so this individual isn't hearing. Hello?
Good night.
Hi, speak up a bit first,
Hello,
please.
good night.
You're live. Go right ahead. You can
Good
speak up a
night.
bit. Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm not hearing you that clear.
You don't really need to hear me much. You go ahead. Just make your point.
I'm not hearing you on the phone.
Now I'm saying you go ahead and make your point.
I had a little experience. Yes, I'm doing that. I had a little experience in Grenada. I would like to.
Caller, for some reason we're not hearing you. We're not hearing.
Honorable Thomas, Miss. Miss Gloria Thomas. The four MPs, the four Austin representatives on the NDC side. During the election campaign, during the election campaign, they all walked to Grenville and had talked and things with the vendors, with the people, with the store owners and things, and see what they would do and what they would not do. And today now this afternoon I went to one of the stores to buy a crazy glue for $5. And when I paid cashier with $20, the cashier said to me that he doesn't have change for the $20. So I said to him, I said, what do you mean you don't have change for the $20? And he said things is really bad in the country. And I said, really? He said, yes. He said, whole day he's in the store and he don't sell nothing. So I'm calling on them to really do something. I'm also calling on Mr. Kim Jones to come up to Grenville to see the crowd people. Grenville people is really, really going through some terrible time. The store owners, the vendors, the fishermen, everybody is crying out in Grenville. I need him to come to Grenville to see the situation in Grenville. He always has his program talking about the country is good and the country is this and the country is that. Come up to Grenville and hear the people cry. Where is Honorable Demma Thomas? What you doing for the young people? What you really doing for the people of our constituency and the youth on a whole? And Mr. Sheldon Scott, thank you.
All right. Thank you so very much, my dear. Yes, folks. I know it was a bit difficult, but the caller was speaking there about a situation where they went to buy crazy glue in one of the stores in Grenville. And the people couldn't even give a change for a 20 for the crazy glue that they went and buy because business has been that bad. And I can guarantee you that what that caller is saying is the honest truth. I have friends who have businesses in St. Andrew, in Grenville town itself. I know of several people in Grenville who have businesses and so. And to be honest with you, some of them cannot pay their rent. They can't pay it. Imagine you might be passing and seeing a big store and a lot of stuff inside the store and so on. And the people who own the store cannot pay rent. They have to send some of the staff home That is what is taking place in Grenville. Yeah? That is the reality. I know one businessman tell me for a whole week he barely make $400. And that's $400 when he has a pretty big business operating in St. Andrew, in Grenville. And for the whole week he couldn't make $400. Yeah? And he has staff to pay. And he has rent to pay. And he has utilities. Plus outside of the business, remember, he have a personal business to do. Plus he have the bank and so to service. And he couldn't make, he didn't even make the $400, he couldn't make $400 in 1 week. Yeah, so the situation that caller just spoke about in St. Andrew, in Grenville town, is bad in truth. Who don't want to face the reality, that is up to them. But the reality is business is not booming in St. Andrew. Yeah, I've heard it from the business people there. Myself, I've heard it from them. Nice? Yeah, I think I need to make a pass up in Grenville soon again myself. Yeah? Yeah, I think I need to go up and see my Grenville people face to face. Yeah, we keep talking on phone. I think I need to come up and see all your face to face up in St. Andrew. It's now 1 minute after the hour of 9 o'clock. 440-7377. You see, that's the thing. I could have taken the approach and say, well, the person here, the person here, man, cut it off. But it is not coming. The problem I recognize is not coming from inside here. One, remember, those of you that call, when you do call, oh dear, what's happening here? Yeah, those of you that do call, when you call and I answer, you can just go right ahead. All right, nice. We have a call online. Hello. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Sheldon.
Hi, good evening. You can go right ahead.
Yeah, that's our first time caller.
All right, thank you.
I want to say, Sheldon, this is the most corrupt government in the history. I am a political activist for 49 years, from the Gary government up to Kit Mitchell government, and I have the experience. I was the youngest member of the Grenada United Labour Party in 1976. And since 1967, this is one of the most corrupted, and I won't mention it on your program to make it too short. I could go to details why I say that. And anybody want to challenge me, I could give reasons why I say this is the most corrupt government. This is the most victimized, the government with the most victimizing I ever met in the history of my political life. Right now, we have an increase of pure larceny in this country. We have an increase of begging. We have an increase of prostitution. We have all this an increase of cost of living, everything. And the people at the head is not looking to see how they could help cushion it. I'm not saying they might be the main cause. I want who have ears to hear and who have eyes to see. Let them see that people are trying to hide that, hide the thing. This government is not the answer to this country. I am saying it with no apology. And I also want to warn people who is making comparison and saying that Dr. Mitchell want to stay there long as Gary. This is the two most successful leaders in this country, Dr. Mitchell and Eric Gary. And I'm not saying the situation is the same. Right now, we is stable in the NNP. I am a Cadbury member of the NNP. We have no leadership problem. And they're trying to push that negative to people and make people believe we have leadership problems. Right now, there is no vacancy for leadership in the new National Party. We don't need a new leader. And the reason why I'm saying that, we need experience. And we have a man who have the type of experience to straighten back this country, and then a leader will emerge. So I want to tell NNP, don't listen to the NDC activists who is pushing this foolishness about because they're afraid of Dr. Mitchell, because they're afraid of him. That's why they keep saying he should stay out. And when I ask them the reason why, they say he did long enough. This is not a good reason, and I'm not accepting it, and I don't want my colleagues to accept it, and I'm going to keep preaching it all over this country. We don't need a leader at this moment in the NNP. So whoever have that, put it in the pipe and smoke it. So I tried to regroup his party, and he was disabled, and he did not get through, but he didn't overstay neither. So I don't see the nonsense what is being picked. And they also boasting. I like what you say, Sheldon, tonight. They're boasting about the pensioners, they pay pensioners #1, and about it bi-monthly. They say that the two main achievements. I'm going to counteract that this week in Mr. Pierre program. This is nonsense, because pension, as you said, have to be paid. So I really congratulate you, Sheldon, on touching such a good point in your program, and we're going to keep pressing it, because always they're on target, and Master Call are going to press it, and I have other colleagues who could join me in doing so, even on your program when we get a chance. I thank you for first step. Thank you.
All right, caller. Thank you so very much. You have a wonderful night. Yes, indeed. Yeah, don't be a stranger to the phone line. Make sure that you give us a call anytime. Yeah, no, see, I like the caller mentioned the bi-monthly. Yeah, they're coming with that and as achievement too. Listen, you know it's an achievement when not because you have done it, but that it has been successful. And when I say it has been successful, that you stop having the issues in the finance departments and various ministries, because you have forced the same staff that had to do the once monthly into the bi-monthly now. You have forced them into that situation that they have to do that. You put them into that situation. And then the same ministers that put them into that situation come in and cost them, along with a deranged union leader. They come and they're making the same thing. Nobody's saying, well, okay, instead of doing one stack of paper, these people now have to do 2. And you didn't give them the additional stack of paper, so they have to try and do what they had to do with the 1 stack and make it into 2. They might have to cut it and write everything smaller. Yeah? So when it comes to the bi-monthly is not a success. The bi-monthly is a success when, after a year, 2 years, going down the road there, you realize that everything has settled down. Your finance department know how to do it properly. They're not having any issues. And so right now, the finance departments and all of the government departments, ministries and divisions are strained. They are strained. These people have been given additional work with no assistance, no guidance. They've been just told, do it, get it done. Not here is an additional computer and we've put additional accounting program on it that's going to make your job easier. No, that has not been done with them. Not here are 2 accounting clerks that are going to assist you to get the job done faster. No, the same people with the same equipment and the same software you expect to do double the job in half the space of time. And then you still come in on top of that and cost them on the bargain. So that means, how you can tell me bi-monthly is an achievement when that is taking place? Has the bi-monthly improved the standard of living or the ability of the people who it was aimed at? Has it changed anything for them in a positive way? And is that change able to maintain? Was it a temporary change, a month or 2, they're good, and then afterwards things start to go bad? There are different means that you test and you assess to know if something is an achievement. So don't let them come and tell all the bi-monthly is no achievement. The Ministry of Youth and Sport has been a failure. The Ministry of Agriculture has been a failure. The Ministry of Health, well, health is 3 nights a program and 12 nights a prayers. That's what you need when you're talking about it. Sister, I might pass for a roscon tomorrow. Sister, good night to you and my brother. Good night. I know all you're listening. Well, at least I know he listening. He go tell you. You hear me, sister? Nice. My sister in the market, man. 440-7377-347-329-3101. I want to know what's the achievement. Wait, having the most travelers mile of any government in history? You all have accumulated the most miles in the shortest space of time? That is the achievement? What, you all go in and hold a town hall to say, look, the $50 bill for the independence, look, we bring it out? That is what you all go in and do? Yeah? Or you all go in and say, these are the youth programs that we go in and come. That is one of the things they plan to do. Eh? These are the youth programs that we come in with. So they take all the NNP youth programs, they shut them down, and then they go in and take the same projects, rename them, and then relaunch them. And say, wow, we've come with some new exciting, it's not a new exciting program. It's the same programs the NNP had, or they just shut it down. Then all you come in now and rename it and relaunch it. So don't even try it. We know all you're coming with already. Nice? Yeah. Neela, you're taking notes, eh? Nice, right. 440-7377-347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night.
Hi, good night, caller. You're live. Go right ahead. Go right ahead, caller. You're live.
Hello, good night.
Good night, caller. You're live. Go right ahead.
Yes, Sheldon, what this caller from Grenville say about the stores and them is the God truth.
Yes, yeah. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead. Hello. Okay, yes. You just need to, folks, when you call, please don't call, say something, and then stay there with the phone so listening to hear yourself on the computer in the background, because I pick up that is what is happening to some of you, which is why you're not hearing when we're speaking on the phone, because you don't have the phone up to your ears. You're speaking it and then you move it and you're listening to hear now the computer. No. Continue speaking in the phone. It's recorded. You can always go back and you'll hear your presentation. Yeah? We've got a caller online. Good night.
Yes, hello. Good night, Sheldon.
Yes, my dear. Go right ahead.
I was telling you what the caller from Grenville said. It was true. That is the truth with the stores and them in Grenville.
Yes, yes. I know it for myself, yeah. I've interacted with some of the store owners and they've been telling me that. Wow. Yeah, I think they hung up there, yeah. So I've interacted with some of the store owners and they have been telling me that as well. Folks, I'm sorry for your ears with that one. I couldn't avoid that one. Yeah, I've interacted with some of the store owners and they've been telling me that, so I know it's the truth. Yeah, and let me tell you something. The caller previous to this caller made a point about leadership and that sort of thing. If you were playing the West Indies back in the days when Brian Lara was on the team, you know you beat Australia about 5 times in a row. Brian Lara scored 200 and something. He scored 300 and something. And Australia started to tell you, don't play Brian Lara, don't play Brian Lara, don't play Brian Lara. So you will go and don't play Brian Lara because you beat them, you know. He's your best player. He's your best batsman. They're telling you don't put him on the field. So you go listen to them. They're going to tell you something to help your team? Yeah, right. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Sheldon.
Hi, good night. You go right ahead.
Sheldon, good night.
Good night, my dear.
Sheldon, if you don't have something, you'll go and search for it. You go and look for it. So to all those that have a problem, and I see it as a problem, with the leadership of the new National Party, let it be known to them that NDC is always in search of a leader. NMP always have, all caps, HAVE, a leader. I hope they get it now, and they would sort of desist now from this leadership thing.
You know, you're
NMP
very technical.
always have a leader. NDC is always searching for one, and who knows, next election they might be searching for another leader too. While NMP have theirs. So it's time to get off this leadership thing in NMP. We don't have no leadership problem. I hope that is made clear to them tonight. Good night, children.
All right. Thank you so very much. Caller, you're a very technical lady, you know. Even me, if I don't listen to you carefully, I might miss what you're saying sometime. You know, you're a very technical person. People have to listen to you carefully when you're saying something. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside. Let me say a special good night to Kiami. Oh gosh, Kiami, I hope you get some sleep and thing, man. I know how it go. Yeah. Good night to you, Kiami. Yeah, man. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. Why is this machine doing that to me at this point in time? 440-7377. That is the number for you to call and get on to the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, and folks, just remember your donations. I've put the information up on the Talking Points page in relation to the child who does have cancer, the 3-year-old little girl that has cancer. I've put the information up on the Talking Points page so you can get that information there. And then on Talking Points as well, you know, we also have our donation area there so you can make your donations and so on. All right, 440-7377. Phone lines are open. Let's go. I saw it flashing. Which one? Right, nice, right, that one. We have a call online. Good night.
Good night.
Hi.
Good night, sir. Good night to your listening public.
Good night. Go right ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to make mention. I heard after I called on a program, I heard Daisy speak, but I didn't hear the rest of the union. I just wanted to let people know that when people make certain derogative statements, it is important that people has to call them out. So I had to call out Daisy Hazard. She's my good friend. We talk a lot of politics, but I didn't hear her. So I had to make sure that she came out and say something. And I'm not hearing the other union that's supposed to speak on behalf of workers, whether it's public workers or other workers, all unions are involved. So I thought I just wanted to make that my statement clear. And I hope that Juice and the senator will also speak. And because I never heard in the past, that any union leader bashing other union workers, other union members and workers. First time I have heard that. I think it's very unfortunate. It is uncalled for. The guy has not learned properly. I think he needs some intelligence and he needs to make some adjustment to those statements he made. He used to, in my opinion, I think he should retract it. He shouldn't take sides and say the government mean good. It's maybe because they had paid the 1.2 million that they was not supposed to be paid. I am still saying I'm looking forward to hear the other members of other union. And Mr. Brian Grimes, I haven't heard you yet. I'm still awaiting on you to speak on behalf of workers because the things are getting tight. Cost of living is very high. And some people has not been paid as public workers yet by this government. I don't know if they start paying this month. I could call a few names, but I will refrain from doing it. But I think I'm authorized to speak on behalf of workers because I'm a worker and I like to see things go the right way. Thank you very much.
Right, caller, thank you so very much. And I don't know, but maybe you might want to go and listen the morning that you did that. You might want to listen to the program that we did the night before because everything you said there is what we said on the program the night before. Everybody you asked for, Mr. Grimes and Daisy and all of them, We made that call the night before you went onto the Shaggy program and basically repeated what we said. So, maybe you didn't hear us. Maybe somebody did tell you about it also, but we did that the night before. Just in case you didn't know. 4407377. Yeah, your partners have seen how much. Yeah, they come to tell us about Dr. Mitchell. Well, if I find I could beat you, for instance, if I find NDC have a MP right now, a person who win the seat the last time around, and I believe that the new National Party candidate can beat, I do them move the person. So I would them move the person and bring somebody I can't beat. So I'm stupid then. Reasoning, sense, common sense. So when they want to come and tell NNP who NNP must keep and who NNP must move and who NNP must this and NNP must that, something definitely has to be wrong with them. They have to understand that they're not dealing with stupid people here. Yeah, wow, you're so afraid of Dr. Mitchell. You all want to come and take out membership in the new National Party? You all could do that, you know. Let's check that in Tempe. Check the office in Tempe. If you all want to come and take out membership in the new National Party and become members, yeah, do that. But you all want to stay in the NDC and then tell NNP I to run the NNP, the same NDC that beat all 15-0 back to back. The same NNP. You all want to come and tell the NNP how to run the party? Yeah, come on, please. Well, you're not up to the political standard. 4407377 347-329-3101. It's now 21 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock on the Spine Isle of Grenada. It is your opportunity to call. Yeah, it's your opportunity to call at this point in time. No, seriously, we're still asking, you know, what are the achievements that they are going to come and tell us that they have for since they came into office. I want to hear one major project. Except the Send Home project, I want to hear one project from them. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Sheldon.
Yes, ma'am.
Back on leadership again. October 19th, Grenadians went out in the thousands singing, "We want we leader, we have we leader." Well, now, we NMPites are telling them, we have we leader. We don't want one. We have we leader. Time they get that in the cranium. And I want to come back again with this leadership thing. They want to push us, push on us. We have we leader. We don't want one. It's time they get it. We have we leader.
All right, my dear. Thank you. 4407377. Patricia and Matthew, a special good night to both of you. I hope you all are doing extremely well. All my friends up there in Canada, those of you in, well, you know how there's getting problems when I start to call the names, eh? Yeah, because it's carrying my ball in, I never crossed the border and going to Canada yet, you know. Yeah, I might have to try that in years to come. Yeah, I might try that one. 4407377 347-329-3101. Ian called a while ago. So Ian, I know you're there. Nice, right? Yeah. Fatman George, good night to you, bro. I hope everything is good. Oh, goodness, I had a call back for you. Fatman George, we go talk, man. Don't worry. Fix up that we from since school days. That's we. 4407377. I'm still trying to figure out an achievement. They renamed the CBI program. That's not achievement. That is basically nothing. Okay, rename the CBI program. You didn't recalibrate it. It's the same CBI program that existed before. So no, that's not it. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out. Somebody help me now. An achievement of what they could possibly be going in the town hall and talk about. Because remember, their MPs are saying to us that you can't tell them about road and bridge and thing. There's the MP, they have a responsibility to do that. So they can't come and tell us that as an achievement. Especially in Carriacou. Somebody who coming down, bring down a straight jacket. Because in case they go in Carriacou, and the MP there start to talk about how much road and bridge and all them kind of thing that he do. Remember, he say anytime he start to boast about them thing what to do. So somebody walk with a straight jacket just in case, Next thing you see the man start to froth on him out and all kind of thing there and you have to carry him up. We had to check on that. Nice. The MP in St. John said the same thing too. Say that is the job as an MP, they're supposed to do that and thing. So if you had to start to talk about road, well, they can't really talk about what they don't do. But anyhow, so we have to deal with that. Let me say a very special good night to Miss Maud Martin. And a good night and our condolences from the Talking Points family on the loss of your loved one. We understand it's a hard one, especially when it's a sister. We understand. All right, Miss Maud. Yes, so condolences to you and the family on the loss of your sister. And we do hope everything goes okay from here on. I know you all are preparing to put her to rest and so on. So hope everything is going okay with that. 440737 347 329 3101. Those are the numbers to get on the inside. Only we look in. Maybe the most traveled climate minister in the whole Caribbean. That is an achievement. Because they are on a plane every minute going somewhere. So maybe they could use that as an achievement. Because up to now, they said they speak to the people in St. John. So the people in St. John probably know about all that they have achieved or that they claim to have achieved. Because I hear they talking about blue schools and thing, and some of the schools that they're talking about don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about it. Yeah? They just hear the name call. They don't know nothing about it. But anyhow, that's another horse of another color. Right? So what else? What are some of the achievements that they have? The government who have launched the most vicious attack on the people who are less fortunate amongst us. Yeah? Maybe they could get out that one. Oops. Hello, good evening.
Hey, Sheldon, how you doing, my brother?
Hey, I'm good. How are you doing?
I am doing just fine.
All right. You go right ahead, man.
Thank you very much. Now, Sheldon, I run into an NDC guy 2 weeks ago. And he told me, boy, you know, NDC do know a lot of things going on in Grenada. So I asked him for a list. Sheldon, you know the man cannot produce that list up to this point. I said, give me a list of what you're talking about, a lot of things. Give me a list of what your accomplishment. Up to this point, there is no list. So he cannot produce a list to tell me that what happened, okay?
That's a strange one. If he's saying that they have all these achievements, he should be able to properly say that, look, these are the achievements. We've been able to achieve A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever. He's supposed to be able to go down the list and tell you.
Sheldon, the man could not produce a list. He just remained quiet. I said, well, if you're doing so many things, tell me a list so I could follow the list of things that you are doing. He couldn't provide that list.
Now, I'd be interested whenever you get that list, if you ever get that list, that you share it with us, my brother.
Oh, I really love to get that list, but Sheldon, it's over 2 weeks and I cannot get the list up to this point. So I cannot share no list. There is nothing.
Well, my brother, let us watch and pray.
That's right.
My mother and my grandmother always use that terminology, watch and pray.
Yeah, and this talk about NNP have no leader and this leader got to go. You know, if they don't have any leader, you should be happy because you want to beat them. So what's the point? Why are you so concerned about it?
They have a person in charge, not a leader.
That's right.
There's a difference, eh? They have a person in charge, not a leader.
Stay blessed, brother.
All right, my brother. Thank you so very much for your call.
Have a good night.
All right, thank you. 440-7377-347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, let me see. No, I ain't getting them that one. Let me find out what is their achievement. The Fort George project, no, that is Simon Steele. That is Simon Steele and the NNP cabinet. That is a lady. When you're watching the Fort project there's a lady that you have to give all the praise when it comes to that particular project. That is Dr. Clarice Modest, the Honorable. Yeah? So the Honorable Dr. Clarice Modest, that is the one that you have to give the praise when it comes to that project that you see taking place there. Yeah, I remember attending the ceremony for when that was being launched, you know. I was there. It was under the NDC administration, but I was there. Yeah, the Honorable Peter David was there. The Honorable Dr. Clarice Modest was there when that project in Tong was being launched there, because Honorable Peter David is the MP for Tong. Dr. Clarice Modest was the Minister of Tourism. Mr. Simon Steele was one of the people that helped find the funding. So when you see them beating the chest about, oh, we're redoing the tourism site in town, the major tourism site in town. Yes, you're redoing it, but it is not your project. It is not an achievement of your administration. Yeah, move there with that. It's not an achievement of your administration. Let's just be clear on that. Yeah? So you have to ask yourself, what are they really going in a town hall to tell people? Because, you know, they would have to do like they does normally do. Write out some things on a piece of paper and hand you people to go and read out in a meeting for you. Yeah? The only reason I doesn't play the one here is because I don't want to do the young lady that. We had a video with it, but I don't want to do the young lady that. Nice? We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night.
Yes, good night, sir. You go right ahead.
We have a piece of road in going down Red Gate, the Prime Minister area, and now since he come in power, you know that road, piece of road break into Red Gate. It's time for the mobilization of work to able to fix the road, because we're a kind of a one-way traffic right now when we have the old vehicle park up on one side and sitting on the brick road itself.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, my brother. Thank you. 440-7377, and I think we have a call on the line. Hello, good evening.
Hey,
Hello?
Sheldon, I think I remember one achievement.
Go right ahead.
The court says that they didn't supposed to pay the teachers for work that they didn't work, and they went ahead and did it. That's achievement.
Well, yeah, we gave them that one. We putting that one down for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go against the court order.
They did.
And they make sure and do it before the court order come out, eh? All right. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, they did. All right.
Yes, indeed. 440-737. And yes, 7377. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, man. So, yeah, tell us, man. Tell us. So, paying the teachers, and you had the court order. What was that? Yeah. They had the court order that came out. Oh, Lizard. Okay. Mr. Lizard, go away. Come out here. Move there. Move there, Kamisha. Right, yeah. A Lizard that trying to pass in the back there, going about your business. Right, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hi, good evening. Go right ahead.
Yes.
You're live. You're live. You're live. Go ahead.
The achievement is disobeying the court order, and also the passport isn't by investment. They sell the most. And also the doc salary, what they achieve is the elderly people.
Oh.
They take away from the elderly people.
We move in the $150.
They achieve that. Everything negative. You understand? The 150 that they take away from the elderly. That is one of the achievements.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so very much, my dear. Yes, indeed. Yeah, they take away the 150. Yeah, that's an achievement. After they promised that they would leave it, they take out the 150 from the elderly. So that's an achievement. I wonder they go in and boast about that. But I really wonder what they're going and say about seed program. What they could possibly go and boast and say about the seed program. It would be interesting to hear what they have to say in relation to seed and how they achieve in seed and so. Yeah? And it's going to be very interesting. I really want to hear what are their achievements. What are their achievements? You hear the president of the Grenada Union of Teachers, and he speak about pension, but obviously doesn't know what he's talking about because he continues to praise this government for restoring pension, which he for himself as a union leader knows is nonsense and he's just speaking foolishness, but he continues to repeat it. He had to protect his party, so he go say what he had to say. Yeah, anything to protect his party. And Judas Jude, yeah, he had to protect his party. So he go say what he had to say. Nice, good. Right, but what have they done? You hear the president of the Grenada Union Teachers saying, all they promised regularization, and we're not seeing the regularization, and this kind of thing. And should that side of Imoti complaining, and should that side of Imoti saying, but the government doing good, or no, the government doing good. But because he had to placate the members of his union who are upset with what is happening. Outside of being teachers, they are Grenadians. They live here. They go to the supermarkets too. They have to take the bus. They have to do all this kind of thing. Yeah? So, I mean, come on. So what have they achieved? We already know that they always used to be talking about destroying agriculture. Well, them that finish it off. Them that finish it off. Them that totally destroy agriculture. Yeah? So we know that. They can't come and tell us they have no achievement in agriculture. Everybody get a spice plant and go and put it out yet. Everybody had the nutmeg and the cinnamon and the clover and thing. Everybody get your trees and they put it out already. I hope so, you know. Yeah, maybe they will come and tell us that your trees and them start bearing and thing. less than 2 years and your spice trees start to bear already. Yeah, right. 440-737-7347-329. Sorry, I had the phone lines engaged. 347-329-3101, 440-7377. Those are the numbers you can call. Somebody message me now. Tell me what it is that are trying to, the Sending Home project, right? That is a major project that they have. Carriacou people can tell you about that too. Sending Home project. Yeah. So let me see. That they bust a lie detector. Somebody said they break a lie. First they lie. They break a lie detector, you know. They said the lie detector just break and it blew up. They try to test them. They said the fellas break a lie detector, first they lie. Yeah. So what have they done? Really, what have they done that is worthy of praise in 2 years? Yeah. What have they done that has been of benefit to all Grenadians? Not just a specific segment to say, well, okay, they do that for teachers whose salaries were docked. Not just that's just a specific subset of the Grenadian population. But what have they done that is beneficial to all Grenadians on a whole? What have they done that is beneficial to all Grenadians? Yeah? That's what we want to know. So they could have their meeting. There's nothing is wrong with that. And don't get me wrong, nothing is wrong with our government having the meeting. But I'm sort of interested in knowing what are they going to be telling us about. We've got a call online. Hello.
Shelly.
Yes, sir.
One of the greatest projects they had in Grenada is painting Grenada in black and white.
Oh, okay.
That is all the trees, all the bridge, all the ground, everything black and white. Because they realize Grenada is moving like the funeral home. It's dead. So they're just painting it in black and white. So that is one of the greatest achievements. And as a matter of fact, they have somebody in charge giving orders to paint Grenada and giving him a salary of 16,000 plus a month. Instead to organize the business, he go there and he making himself a puppy show on the roadside with people. Have a nice evening, man.
All right, thank you. You see, folks, actually the problem isn't coming from here. It's coming otherwise. Right, 440-7377-347-329-3101. Those are the numbers. I'm trying to find out what signed the Samoa agreement. That is an achievement. After they tell us they ain't going and sign it, sign the Samoa agreement. Maybe that is an achievement. Being a government that has no spine. No, really and truly, there are no spine. Yeah, if they don't get something to hold on to, they're like jello, going down. They are no spine. Yeah, because they would just give in. If the unions decide right now, we give in trouble, Mr. Grimes, all could try it, anytime all decide all get in trouble and thing. They go bend, they're giving all they want because they want to maintain, they ain't care about the rest of Grenadians. They want to maintain a quiet industrial climate. Yeah, if the industrial climate had to be heated, let it be heated. That's what you have trade unions for. Yeah, to negotiate on behalf of the workers and try to get the best deal. But the people who they are negotiating with also have to get the best deal for their people. And in this case, government has a responsibility to get the best deal for the Grenadian people, which is inclusive of the same workers too, inclusive of the trade union leaders too. So government has to look out for everybody. So it's not about having a peaceful industrial climate. That is a spineless way of dealing with unions. And if I was a union leader, I would love it because every time I'm ready to get something, I come in and threaten I go in and strike. I get in it flush because they're afraid I strike. Yeah, so it's simple as that. So we ask ourselves again, what are their achievements? People sending different things to me, I've seen all kind of things there. Yeah, no, seriously, what are they offering? What are they offering? Will they come in and tell us? Yeah, that they're ready to go? We know that already. We know some are ready to go already. Yeah, we know some are ready to go and some of you will be forced to go. We know that. We know all of that already. That is nothing new. You don't have to come and tell us that. Yeah? 440-7377, 347-329-3101. What? Outreach with the diaspora. That pile of people now, and this is strange, because today at the Parliament sitting, the Minister of Finance was claiming that the government of Grenada didn't buy tickets for anybody to come back into Grenada for the independence. That's what they're claiming. So we want to know, was it the political party that was paying for people? Was it MPs were paying out of their pocket? MPs had that kind of money here, boy? They had a couple tens of thousands sit down there that they could have buy tickets for people to get people to come back in? Or was it done through a third party that pay? How some of these people get a ticket? They were offered the tickets by political operatives of the National Democratic Congress. They were offered tickets by sitting government ministers who said, don't worry, we will handle you. Give your name to so and so. And you all who are listening out there in the diaspora know what I am saying is true. Yet still the minister says not the government. Okay, if it's not the government, then we want to find out now. We have to go into the Integrity Act and we have to find out now who or whom is or are the third party or parties that paid for those tickets. Because it can be construed as a bribe by various individuals that they got a ticket, some of them who may not have been home in 20, 30 or 40 years, and they got a ticket to come home. All well and good for them. The Grenadians, they get a ticket to come home, come home. Nothing wrong with that. When the time come to vote, come home again and vote for the new National Party. Just make sure that when you come home, take the ticket, come home. But make sure that you vote for the new National Party. Yeah? And that is if you're registered properly. If you come and you register in the way that you're not supposed to. If it's one of them, no. Your name should be off the list. All right? Nice. 440-7377. A reminder, tomorrow night, right? You will more be seeing the Parliament tomorrow night, and on Thursday night, we'll be showing Parliament, the presentations by the various members on the new National Party side. You'll be hearing that. Let the NDC and them show their side. We're going to show you from the new National Party side. If I do play something from the other side, it would be because what comes after would show the contrast between what they're saying and so. Yeah, you'd be able to see the contrast between what was being said and all of that. Nice? 440-7377, 347-329-3101. That's the number to get on the inside. We have a caller on the line. Hello, good night. Hello, good night. Okay, that person hung up. All right, 440-737, 440-737. Give us a call. Yeah, let us know what's going on, man. I wonder, let me see. How much hotel projects has the National Democratic Congress started since they came? Zero. How much new projects under CBI have they started? Zero. Yeah? Let's take this call. Hello, good night.
Good night, Mr. Scott.
Hi, good night, sir. How are you doing?
I'm alright for the time being.
Okay, you go right ahead.
Yeah, I want to find out, Mr. Scott, if the integrity in public life have ever got any question or any report from the opposition party in Grenada so far. Because I think, first of all, that there are a lot of matters that should be reported to the integrity in public life. And I have not heard, since the new person take over Miss Bristol, I haven't heard no case or no matter that they dealt with. Is that, can you tell us whether or not the opposition party have ever sent any investigation or inquiry to the integrity in public life to be discussed? Because I just hear you say they know that the government is claiming that they have not paid for anybody. So, and it was rumored, it was said that the government was paying for people to come for the celebration. So I just want to find whether or not that was done, and if it was done, or if any information was given on any matters.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, great. What I can say in relation to that is that only about 2 or 3 months ago, there was they put together the Integrity in Public Life Commission. If I remember correctly, there was somebody that was on it, and they had to get a person to replace that person because I think they resigned. And so as to the present state, it is constituted now. They can review and so now. As to if the New National Party has sent anything to them, I am not positive yet if anything has been sent to them. I can't say yes, I can't say no. What I can say is that there is a significant amount of cases that the Integrity in Public Life Commission should be looking at right now. A significant number of them. Yeah, conflicts of interest. And I ain't saying conflicts of interest. I mean talking about Kellogg's and all these kind of thing and Rice Krispie, and I ain't saying conflicts of interest. But there are significant conflicts of interest that are taking place right now that need to be addressed. For the folks who are calling on the WhatsApp line, I'm very sorry about that. Let me just remove this so I could make sure that I get the calls as they come through. Yeah, that was all me. And man, some people been trying to call for a while. Sorry about that, folks. All right, so I believe we have a caller on the WhatsApp. Hello, good evening.
Hi, Sheldon. How are you? I was wondering what's going on with that line, man. How are you doing?
Man, I'm focusing on the local line and so here, and the screen was blocked. So I'm sorry. Go right ahead, though.
Right. Yeah. Okay, good. Well, let me see. One of the achievements is that I think they would have changed the most leaders from the time, let's say from 1990. Mm-hmm. So let's look at Dr. Mitchell's leadership from the time he was there to now, and look at that organization's leadership from the time to now. And I think they have the Guinness Book of Records for the most leadership change. So hence the reason why now that they are so concerned, because I guess they want us to be doing the same thing that they're accustomed doing. So I guess that is why they're so concerned about leadership change and leadership within our organization, where we don't even have a problem. I guess they know, as you said before, haven't been beaten because, I mean, if you know Australia is a strong team with a certain captain at the helm, obviously you expect at any point in time you go get lashed again. Mm-hmm. You know, even if you have a fluke and it just so happen that you maybe win one game in a series, you know, you go get lashed again. So you want some change to take place. But on a serious note, there really isn't, and I was speaking to a very prominent secretary from the Ministry of Youth before, and then subsequently he also worked in the Ministry of Education under Miss Emmeline Pierre, who he spoke so very highly of. And you know, there really has been a brain drain in the public service, and well, you know that, especially in the Ministry of Youth, where you can see now, comparing to the leadership we had back then and now, there really is no comparison. You know, there really is no comparison, and there is nobody out here can say that there is anything. So and even the conversation that you're having now is the same conversation we had today, because we were saying, you know, we were asking ourselves, okay, can we really find one thing that we can point at that they would have come up with? You know, as they say, it's a young party, young, innovative, and people expected, well, they would have come up with all these different things to do. But all they are doing now is going on and the gentleman was even saying, if he wasn't being paid for his ideas while he was working in the ministry, some of the things that they are implementing today, which includes the youth parliament and so on, these were things that were developed back then by persons like yourselves and Mr. Bihari and these people and this type of persons. These were things that were already there on the books only to be implemented. And I think one of the things that one of the reasons, as he said, because the Imani program was so good and so broad-based that some of the programs that they had, they could have even sidelined it because he had so many different things going on. You had Carriacou Day, so many different things that we can think about that where the youth pulse was something that was, you go through the different villages and you get youths engaged and all this other things. There was always this type of engagement. But we're now into 2 years and there is nothing, no sort of engagement between this government. They changed 2 youth ministers and two, you put 2, when you have vehicles and they say you could put 2 in one and you ain't getting one. Like that's what we're seeing here now. So really and truly, I'm really happy to hear you try to, let the people themselves tell us. Just think about it. Let us think about it. What has been done? What have they achieved in 2 years? Not even the SPICE program, as you said, not agriculture, youth, education, nothing is happening except they just filling up their pockets and traveling all over the place. And I listened to you playing this clip with with the representative for St. John's last night, and it's so appalling that a young person just enter into politics and in parliament and would be thinking and having this sort of utterances in public, this sort of brandishing as if, like, how did you get there? You were voted in there by the people and you're there to represent everyone. And as such, if persons are asking for some sort of accountability, you have a right to provide that. And, and there is no comparison. There is no comparison, Sheldon. So I just want to say hats off to you as always for giving us information, and I like your fire. You're on fire tonight.
All right, brother. We had to see, man. We had to see. All right.
We had to see. Well, I just speaking to my partner Bihari Day, and we had to see. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We had to see.
The core group.
Yeah. Right, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Take it easy, brother.
All right.
Nice.
Yes, indeed. So folks who were trying to reach us on the WhatsApp, and there were quite a few of you, I am extremely sorry about that. So you can give us a call now if you so desire. We have roughly about 8 minutes remaining. I'm going to have to go for the full 8 minutes just to make sure that you get the opportunity to call. All right. So 440-7377. You can call us on the WhatsApp. What's the matter with this system here? Yeah, this one going down on me at least anyway. No, I don't need it now. Yeah, Papa, you could take a rest. Nice. Yeah. Battery gone dead. Nice. All right. 440-737. That is the number. Yeah, we're still trying to find an achievement. Destroy the Ministry of Youth and bring it down to a division of youth. Well, yeah. We're still trying to figure out something that they have done that people could be walking around, especially some of the folks that are out there in the diaspora and are going out and saying that this government is doing a lot. Yes, they're doing a lot. They're doing a lot of nonsense. They're doing a lot of stupidness. And they're doing a lot of vindictive things. Here's what's going on right now, in case some of you are unaware. I've often said here that the Public Service Commission has been weaponized against workers who are perceived to be supporters of the New National Party. You know that they are offering packages to various people within the public service who they perceive to be supporters of the NNP. So in other words, they would tell them, hey, we're going to give you $70,000 and you would part service with the government of Grenada. So they would kick you out of the public service, but you're getting a 60 or 70 or 80 or 90,000, even 100,000 according to the amount of years. So they pay you for your years and so on. When you become a pensionable age, if you've made the number of years, you start getting your pension or so. But they don't want you working in the public service for no other reason than you are perceived to be a supporter of the New National Party. That is happening right now. Let the Public Service Commission put out a release and tell me that I lie. Put out a release and say that Sheldon Scott on Talking Points lie, that you all ain't doing that. and that you all have not already done that, and that there are people that you all look at and you perceive to be supporters of the new National Party, and you give them packages and get rid of them from the public service, it's happening. Who you all sending here and there and all that, just because you all perceive them to be supporters of the new National Party. Yeah? Victimization, that is what they achieve. A lot of victimization. Man, watch. They win first prize, second prize, and third in victimization. We have a call online. Hello, good evening.
Hey, good night, Sheldon.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
Oh, okay. Listen, I know the $50 bill is supposed to come out this month.
Yes.
But I wonder who really designed that $50 bill to put two ex-prime ministers that hated one another so much on one note. When I saw that for the independence celebration, I was shocked. And I want to ask a question. Any word on the amount of money yet that was spent for the independence celebration?
Well, they're saying...
You all hearing anything?
No, what they're saying is that we have to wait till the end of the celebration to get the accounting for the total thing. So they can't give you a figure and say this is the amount that was spent now and so on. I know that, for instance, they pulled back the funding from that committee in relation to Grenada invitationals, but they can't give you a figure and say that, oh, well, we have X amount left, or we project that this is the amount that we're going to spend. Nothing. Even Parliament today, that question came up, huh?
It's really ridiculous that Grenada will lose that opportunity, really and truly. And at the last minute that the government decide to let the international people know exactly, that they're cancelling it is something else. And the next question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, the next question I wanted to ask you, what was the latest with the people that are down by the port?
They there still?
The port thing. They're there still? That's great. That's great because there's no reason to move them. There's a lot of grand showing that's going on just to divert the people, wanting to know if the opposition leader will leave and all of that. It's grandstanding, in my opinion, to divert the fact that they are doing nothing. So I agree with all the callers on what they're saying in the sarcastic way, but you cannot see anything that they're doing. And I agree with you that all they have really done is run up the mileage of air travel of any other government in Grenada. And the time is counting down, Sheldon. The time is counting down. Have a good night. Get home safely.
Thank you so very much.
Buddy.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Folks, and that is all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. But before I leave, I got to play one more tune for all you before I go. Yeah, I can't leave all you just like that. I had to play one more for you all before I go. All right. So, folks, that's all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. It has been wonderful being here with you. In everything that you say and do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you and not about you. So, folks, remember tomorrow night, Parliament. Thursday night, Parliament. All right. And then back to normal on Monday. All right, folks. So I'm Sheldon Scott. I am out of here. Love each and every one of you. Till tomorrow. If there is a tomorrow. I am out.
Singing my kind of kaiso. If you don't like me lyrics, feel free to let me know. So I could shock to the melody in a kind of manner that if you don't like a certain part, you must like the other. You keep asking where I just get my inspiration. Well, it's not from the church and not from no damn religion. I just read my Bible and say my prayers religiously. And listen to what the Father saying to me. Hear he, Roots man just keep singing. Roots man just keep singing. Keep singing in the name of the Lord. Do not emulate Father Jerry. The way he disrespect Bishop Harvey. Publicity stunt is what they pull in. They're just giving you thing to sing. Remember the church of a history, a big scandal and controversy, abusing the children sexually. I want you to put this in song for me. Roots man, just keep singing. Roots man, just keep singing. Keep singing in the name of the Lord. I say, no afraid. Don't fret because I'm attacking your religion. You might learn a thing or two that you didn't know. Cause if your church was built on such a solid foundation, then the gates of hell couldn't prevail against it. So don't tell me nothing about the so-called St. Peter, the same one who denied Christ before the cock crow. I wouldn't put my trust in no one but the Creator. And if you live in a holy life, you must let it show. Roots man, just keep singing. Roots man, just keep singing. Keep singing in the name of the Lord. If the church would be an example, and all the clergy members live simple, why Father Gerard weighing herring? He just giving me thing to sing. And the nuns we call missionary abandon the poor in this country. The mashup rice they refuse to give, but they expect Zion and James to live. Roots man, just keep singing. Roots man, just keep singing. Keep singing in the name of the Lord. I say, don't shame to come in public and say you're sorry for the way you disrespect your authority. And if they find that you sincere in your apology, you might be reinstated by the hierarchy. So just take some time off, reflect and try to repent. You might get forgiveness during the month of Lent. But if you keep on going wrong, acting so unholy, you might miss heaven and end up in purgatory. Roots man, just keep singing. Roots man, just keep singing. Keep singing in the name of the Lord. You concerned about the folks in Gaza, so much gun violence in Grenada. Father Gerard ain't saying a thing. He just giving me thing to sing. And for months now we can't get water. Pray for rain and show us your power. Then make the ultimate sacrifice. We go say that you really believed in Christ. Roots man, just keep singing. Roots man, just keep singing. Keep singing